Hello guys! So, I hope you enjoyed seeing all my different books and seeing my takeout that I got yesterday. Sorry it wasn't a cooking vlog, but today we're gonna cook and I actually shopped for I think 9 meals. So, we're gonna have something exciting every single day. Some of it will be sweet, some savory, some full meals, some desserts, some drinks. You know, I like to do a little bit of everything, and we have one chocolate tasting planned. But that'll probably be later when we do an easier meal. But tonight we're gonna make a coconut curry soup. So I'm going to show you guys the ingredients, as usual. So, we're going to do some tofu, which I like. I mean, hate on me if you want. I like tofu. Scallions left over from our lettuce wraps, soy sauce, lemongrass left over, some lime, bell pepper. I just got some curry paste, coconut milk. I got this Thai-style ginger bone broth, cilantro, some rice noodles, bok choy, and they didn't have Thai basil, but some fresh basil will add that nice licorice flavor. And I'll make sure to give you guys the ingredients. But the first thing that we're going to want to do is cut all of our produce so we can start building the flavor of this. Oh, I think I have an onion too, or a shallot. We'll add that too. I just forgot to put it out here. So we're going to first start out by cutting up our shallot and our pepper, because that's going to cook down first with our lemongrass. Oh, I have garlic too. All right, my bad. Forgot a few ingredients in here. There's quite a few. But we're just going to get our aromatics cooking, and then we'll prep everything out. Should just let you know that I do already have water on for the noodles to cook them, because we're going to cook them separate from the soup. And make sure when you're doing rice noodles, do not salt the water. It's not like a pasta that you would use for an Italian dish or something like that. You don't want to salt the water. They will absorb it and be inedible. So we're going to start cutting your vegetables. Excuse my tears, that shallot is so strong. Oh my god. Whew. Pardon me. Oh, I forgot to show you guys, there's also going to be ginger in this. So I initially didn't think I was going to be able to get ginger. And so that's why I bought that stock that already has the ginger in it, but we're going to use some fresh ginger as well. So a nice tip, so the ginger has a really, really thin skin on it. I use a spoon to scrape it off. It comes off a lot easier than using a vegetable peeler, so that's a nice trick. And then the trick that we use with our garlic, where we grate it, we're going to do the exact same thing for our ginger. Alright guys, so we have our ingredients. I'm just going to add the curry paste into here. I just didn't open it yet. But we have half of a red pepper diced. I have a shallot, one shallot diced. You could use any onion, it's just the onion I had on hand. Probably about 1 tablespoon of grated ginger. About a tablespoon of lemongrass, and then 2 cloves of garlic grated. So I have my pan nice and hot. We're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil and start cooking down these items. But first we'll do the peppers and the shallots, and then we'll add our ginger, lemongrass, and garlic. Alright, so our peppers and shallots have cooked a little bit. It's very important that we don't overcook this because it's going to continue to cook in the broth. So now we're going to add our garlic, ginger, and lemongrass, and the curry powder. Or curry, it's a curry paste, but you could use a curry powder too. All that's in this curry paste is, there's curry powder, lemongrass, which we already are using, some garlic, a little bit of onion, a lot of what we're already doing, the flavors in here, some turmeric for color, but you could absolutely just use curry powder and turmeric if you wanted to. Alright, so we've let this cook out a pretty good amount, kind of like we've done with the tomato paste in the past. Now we're going to add 1 full quart of this broth. You could absolutely substitute for chicken broth if you wanted to, or vegetable stock if you want to make this vegetarian. I just chose this because of the ginger. And then we'll start with half of the can of the coconut milk, but we potentially could add the whole thing. Alright, so we're going to let this come to a simmer and help develop some flavor. In the meantime, we're going to blanch and shock our rice noodles. We're going to use about a half of that package. And then we're also going to cut up our tofu and marinate it in just a quick marinade in a little bit of soy sauce and some sesame oil and rice vinegar. And then we will, once this boils, comes to a simmer, we will add the tofu into it to help develop that flavor. But tofu pretty much takes on whatever flavor you add to it. And then we'll also cut up and prep all of our garnishes, which will be that cilantro, the basil, all of that. And then we're going to cut up some bok choy that we'll put in there at the end to finish cooking. So we'll do the noodles first. Actually, no, we'll do the tofu first. Alright, so we just have our tofu. It's got some soy sauce, a little sesame oil, olive oil, and rice vinegar. We're going to let that sit. And now we're going to cook off our noodles. So we've got our noodles in our nice hot boiling water. Take it about 6 minutes. Next we're going to cut up all of our garnishes. So some nice lime, which we'll finish this with, some cilantro, the scallions, the basil all set. And then I'm just going to, I have some petite baby bok choy. So I'm just gonna have probably quarter those up because we can add those in at the last minute. So we'll prep all that out. So our soup has come to a simmer, so we're going to add the tofu in there to help cook it. We're going to strain out all of that quick marinade that we did, but go ahead and add all of that right into the mix. Alright guys, so our soup is, I just tasted it, it's so delicious. That curry paste did have a little bit of salt in it, so I'm not adding any additional salt. And I mean, I didn't realize it had salt in it. Normally I probably would have built my own curry paste, so that's okay, my bad. So I have all of our bok choy right here. I'm going to add this right into our broth, and that's going to just cook for like a minute or so, because we're just about done. And then I'll show you our garnishes. We'll just stir that up. Those will cook down really quick. So that's the base of our soup right there. Ooh, hold on. That's the base of our soup right there. So that's just about ready. So we'll have that ready to plate. I wanted to show you guys, I have my 2 bowls set up right here. Our rice noodles right here that I just chilled down in some water. The broth will heat these up, it's 1,000 degrees. And then we have our basil, our cilantro, scallions, and lime wedges. So I'm going to start building the bases of these, which is going to be the noodles. And then we're going to dump in our broth and then garnish with everything. Alright guys, so we have our noodles all set in the bottom of the bowls. Our garnish is right here, and look at that amazing soup. That looks so good. So I'll just kind of show you guys. It's got the nice bok choy in there. Ooh, steamy. The tofu, it's got so much flavor. So we're going to add this over top of our noodles, and then we'll put the garnishes on. Alright, so we have our soup in the bowls. It's so full. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat all this. And now we're going to just go ahead and add our scallions right on there. It just doesn't have to be pretty. Our nice cilantro right in the center. Oh, I like to just leave the leaves whole because I just love the flavor of cilantro and I like having the big bites. And then we're just going to add a few of the basil leaves in there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Thai basil would ideally be better for this. We'll make this look prettier for Instagram, don't worry. And then just a little squeeze of a lime wedge. Looks good. And there you have it, guys. Tim and I are going to go enjoy this, and I'll let you know how it turns out. Alright guys, that was so delicious. It's definitely a recipe I've done before. Tim and I really both enjoy it. So, really good. I think the only thing is I probably would have not used that curry paste, because it did have a lot of salt in it. So I would next time just kind of use my own spices. I just didn't have curry powder or turmeric, and it was just cheaper to do that, but I guess quality is more important than the cheaper price tag. So it's okay, it's a learning. But otherwise it was absolutely so good. Very tasty. And I think maybe the ginger stock was like very aggressive with ginger. I liked that, but if you're not a huge fan of ginger, just a sub for either vegetable stock or chicken stock. But other than that, absolutely delicious. So I'm going to tell you guys some of the ideas that I have for the week. So I wrote them all down because I don't forget. But I have, I'm going to do some pork tenderloin with sweet potato glass noodles, rosewater marshmallows, beer cheese, and pretzels. That's the Disney recipe. The beer cheese soup, the cheddar soup from Le Cellier. A berry and avocado salad. I'm reading this, so that's why I'm not looking at you. I apologize. A chocolate tasting will go into that one as well. I might break into some of it though and pretend that I didn't. Mint tea with an orange blossom and sesame biscotti. Really good. I'll probably do a day of oatmeal, like for meal prep. And patatas bravas, which is a Spanish dish with a spicy tomato sauce and a garlic aioli. It's one of my absolute favorites. But yeah, I got some great ideas. I hope that entices you guys to continue to come back. I'm having a lot of fun taping these though, and it's really fun to just cook, and you know, I'm doing kind of some more like Asian inspired flavors this week because I want to utilize those ingredients that I had from the lettuce wrap. So when we do a week's worth of food, I'll try to at least utilize the same ingredients that we bought, so then you guys aren't just buying something just for one recipe. So that's the thing that I'm really going to work on for you guys, and you'll see that in the next week or so. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. I sure had fun making it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you do like this. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I ordered a new camera, so hopefully, I think it's going to be here in about a month. Hopefully the quality, the picture quality and the audio will be a little bit stronger, coming up soon. So really excited for that. But once again, please be interactive with me and let me know if there's something specific that you want to see. You want me to make a certain recipe, you know, a pantry challenge with what you have. I'll do it. I just kind of planned these meals out so I wasn't buying things here and there. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good night.